Hello, I'm in the car park at Rush Green training ground as I've just finished Nuno's press conference. I've kind of sat straight in here, so I'll get into it. It's only my second time doing this, so please give me a little bit of grace. And if you have any suggestions in terms of kind of what content, what bits you want to hear, or if there's any kind of questions, suggestions that fans would really like to know the answers to, again, I'm very open to suggestions, so please feel free to drop a comment or a message down below. But basically, it's of course the pre-Brentford game, which is happening on Monday, and questions all about Brentford sort of started focusing on the fact that he'd already played against Brentford this season, but as Nottingham Forest manager, of course, and they beat them 3-1 at home. He pretty much answered that with every game is different. This is going to be a different game. They're a tough team. They've got some really good players. But I hope we'll do well against them. Nuno's the kind of manager who keeps his cards quite close to his chest. He's a little bit quiet. He gives quite shortcut answers, but we got a fair bit out of him today. He's a nice guy. Walked around the beginning, shook everyone's hand just to give sort of insight on what he's like as a person. He was asked, interestingly, about the protests as well as the fan boycott that may be going ahead on Monday involving some of the fans, obviously with the protest against the board. Nuno was asked about that, if he's aware of it, what he kind of thinks. He's replied asking if fans can go to the game to support him and the team, because obviously it's his first home game, so it would be nice, he said, to have some kind of support, some noise from the fans if they would like to attend. But obviously that is down to fans, to what they want to do, either protest against the board, support the team. It's just everyone's got some kind of different opinion, thought on it at the moment. But yeah, Nuno sort of said it's up to us now to give back to those fans, and he needs the fans' voices to come join and to come help the team as they compete against Brentford. He was asked as well just about international break, how things are going. He did say to me he's been keeping an eye on a lot of his players as they've been playing for the international teams, and well, the priority to him was make sure no one else got injured. Obviously after Nicholas Füllkrug, the update on him is that he's waiting for a scan before they find out how long he's going to be out for. No other players really have any sort of particular issues, so that's fine. No one else picks up any injuries in the international break. Everyone is home and healthy, he has said. And he said the players that that remained behind during international break have been working very hard with him, and have been showing a lot of potential, and it's all very positive. He's said. Now, something I noticed that a lot of fans were wondering about is the lack of James Ward-Prowse and 𝗡𝗨𝗡𝗢. So I thought I'd ask him that, whether they would be in contention for Monday's match at all, because they haven't obviously appeared in the squad yet. And he was very vague on that answer, I have to say it. I did try with that one, but he said, look, there's 2 days to go and then we'll make our decisions, but all the players are important to us. So I'm not sure what that means, we'll find out. But there wasn't too much more to go on. That was kind of the broadcast section. You can watch most of that on sort of West Ham's website. In the written section, it was very similar questions. I mean, a lot of personal questions in the written section, especially about how he has found moving to kind of East London area, how he's settling in. He says he currently is in temporary accommodation and the club are trying to find somewhere for him to stay, and he does find it difficult kind of flitting between here and Portugal when he does move to a different club. So it's just that sort of term of adapting. He was asked a lot, again, the written section that you don't hear about, or you don't see about in these press conferences. So this is like kind of a little bit of an insight kind of about the West Ham way, what he sees from the club. And he's basically just says it's a club, he's been told, where the team fight for the ball till the very last minute. That's the exact quote that he said, that's how he thinks of West Ham and the West Ham way. And yeah, he adores the club. He just said it's a team that are proud that fight for what they want. So hopefully that's obviously a good sign if he's sort of implementing that and going with that. He even said, interestingly, a lot of people have been asking about style of play. He doesn't have a style of play. He lets players pick their style of play, and he just kind of fits in with the club's identity and develops it from there. So that was kind of the basis of the press conference today. So let's see what happens on Monday with Brentford.